So Sanjay has been working for me quite a while now, but not as long as he's been working with Rich. Okay. And I just want to tell you a little anecdote and tell you about Sanjay. Sanjay approached me one day and said, "I'd like to work for you." And I was sort of, not sure, you know. He said, "Let me show you what I can do." So he showed me some of his work on web pages, do you remember? And really good things at the time. And then eventually he said, "I'll work for free. I just want to work for you." And I said, "Okay." And he started to work, and then we hired him after Rich hired him to work, and he worked for us. What I would consider, Rich, almost full-time while he was working with you while taking courses, and he's become probably the most proficient experimental application developer of Weave. I mean, his experiments with applying Weave and Weave session to really many, many different things has been really terrific. He's built forms, some of you may remember. He's built a game that was tracked in sessioning and just showing the power of the session in Weave. And this is the sort of the culmination of that experimental work. So this is his thesis proposal. Sanjay.
Thank you, Professor.
Speak slowly.
Yes, sure, Professor. First of all, thank you for everyone for coming in such a short notice, and that early in the morning. So really thanks for everyone. And I'd like to thank all my committee members, because the idea of proposal and the date all happened in the past like 1 or 2 weeks. And thanks for giving all your time. Thanks all the professors. And yeah, I'll start with the topic. So before getting into the thesis topic, I'd like to give a small picture what this technology will do in the future. So here's a scenario. Let's consider a person called Harry, and he stays miles away from his parents, and his parents are in their late 50s. And for the past 1 week, when he's having conversation with his parents, his mom is constantly complaining about some physical discomfort in her body. So he decided, and it's highly impossible for him to travel every weekends or to look at her on a daily basis. So he decided to buy a couple of sensors and send her to monitor her day-to-day activities. So he sends a watch from Withings company, which tracks all his activity, and a weighing scale, which collects the room VOC, volatile chemical components, plus the weighing measurement scales, and a sleep monitor. And what he does is, and every week he started looking at the monitor system, a dashboard system, and he brings in her activity, the first primary data, and he finds there is a certain dip in week number 5, week number 7, and 13, and 15. And he didn't know what is the reason why there is a dip which happens there. So you want to bring a couple of other data to identify what is the reason behind it. So he brings in sleep hours data, and he didn't find much informative bringing in that. He found week 7 and week 17 is pretty slow, but he don't know how to relate with the number of steps there. So then he brings the calendar event, and he kind of figured out a couple of few things, but still he's not very sure whether it's right or it's the right way or the wrong way. Everything's uncertain for him. Then he decided, you know what, I think better share the system with a friend of mine who's good at statistics and data. So he shared the system with him, and he finds the best correlated data for this by running a couple of algorithms and design a template for him to monitor on a daily basis and send it back to him. And now he gets to know what is happening and what are those data mean from those dashboard system. And then his mom has periodically started visiting the physician and doctors and everyone, and he started sharing the same system with those people. So those people get to know the live view of what has happened in the past 1 week or past 1 month. So the recommendation for improvement started happening based on this dashboard system. So this is the system I was trying to talk, how this sharing concept helps to monitor someone's personal activity, and how easy, if you're able to share with a couple of people and a couple of experts, how it makes life easy. And this comes to the principle of prevention is better than cure concept. So here I bring the thesis topic. The design and implementation of a tool emphasizing support for self-monitoring of vital statistics, as well as a collaborative analysis with the help of domain expert by bringing in multivariate contextual and behavioral informations. I'd like to present this session with an introduction. In introduction, I'm going to discuss about where these all started first and why suddenly there is a boom for this technology and what change in the current technology made this technology live now. And then I'm going to talk about the building blocks of this technology, which are the sensors and logging informations, devices, mobile phones. And third section, I'm going to talk about the systems which has been evolved in the last 2 years, which have been moved from a university project or a small company to a startup companies, big companies. And the fourth is the most important section I consider, because whenever I say there is a limitation in the system, it's my perspective of why I consider it a weakness. And I want to justify why that weakness and how you overcome that weakness to give the system. So that I'll be discussing in those sections. And then I'll be discussing about my proposal goal, thesis goal. And then finally I'll give an architecture in a little animated way to give how I'm going to implement this concept. Every person's life is measured by measuring his well-being. By well-being means his state of happiness, his state of living, and all those habits. How you measure? You have to start logging down your information and then test with a couple of other people, and you have to experiment more, and you have to start comparing with the general public. The main section is logging. A couple of years back, logging is really happens in a fashion where you have to go to a physician or you have to go to some advice people. They'll put a couple of sensors or wires in your body, they collect your data, and you again go back after a month or go back after 3 months, you do a periodic check. But most of the people tend to do this check if they get affected by some kind of health issues. They don't do it on a regular basis. And with the day-to-day activities, some people are advised to do manual logging and pen down those information. It's not keeping track of all this logging is also not an easy work. And then a couple of things changed in the last decade. A lot of lightweight electronic gadgets started emerging, and people started carrying personal digital assistants in the name of mobile phones. And these mobile phones and sensors started collecting a lot of information about you without even knowing that, okay, this has been logged down for yourself. Like if you take mobile phone, iPhone, number of steps steps you climbed per day, and how your heart rate, all those information has been logged down in your mobile phone. And next, social media, like Facebook, Twitter, and a lot of things started storing your locations, like where you have been this Sunday, last Sunday. Those information started collecting there. And then the last technology is cloud. Cloud started providing a platform to bring in analytic engine and a server engine under one platform, which made easy for this kind of companies to evolve more. So next is the building block section. The most important and the most available sensors comes from the activity side. Activities works on two concepts. One is 3-axis accelerometer, and the second is GPS. GPS, pretty much, I think everyone knows it, how the geo-positioning satellite works. And these data has been transformed to your computer or transformed to your cloud, either through Bluetooth technology or Wi-Fi technology. Whenever someone tries to use a jack phone technology like Jawbone, you use your audio jack to connect it and then get a data from the mobile device to your laptop, and then from laptop to the internet. And for blood pressure, still we have to use a device. It's not automatically connected. Like you can't get your data automatically. You have to go and use a blood pressure device which inflates and deflates, and it logged down for you in the cloud. And the second is sleep monitor. Sleep monitor works in two concepts. A couple of them comes with physical contact. You have to wear a watch while sleeping, or you have to sleep on a mat while sleeping. that senses your movement and then gives how well you're sleeping, like a deep sleep or like average sleep, those kind of informations it gives. And a couple of devices like ResMed and Withings, they work using back echo technology. They sense echo sounds and then they receive it back. Based on it, they have identified the movement while you're sleeping, and that's how they report it. And then the glucometer. And glucometer again works with the name of, they give multiple strips for you, and you have to keep pinching your finger and collect those data. And programmable Wi-Fi thermostat. And this is collected automatically. You don't have to do anything. And what it does is your every house has a wiring system which has heating and cooling and all those sensors. And these thermostats has been designed on that top of it. So they start collecting how much temperature, like how much room temperature on a particular day, and how much humidity in the house, and what are the VOC level in your house. Those kind of informations are collected by these thermostats nowadays. And then finance management. If you have Bank of America account and Chase account, you don't have to log in everything to find out what is happening financial. So Mint and this FlexScore and Financial Card, they give pretty much good dashboard system to tell you, you spend on groceries this much, you spend on travel this much, those kind of categories. And a couple of other sensors where you need a manual interpretation, like you can go to your website, identify, to log down your mood level. You can tell 10 questions, and each 10 questions will thrown at you for every 1 hour in a mail or every 2 hours in a mail, and you just answer on a scale basis, like how is your day today? You answer it with the 3 stars and 4 stars. So it keep logging those information, but it requires our input from us. And I think next few years, I'm hoping that automobile technology, like with the way CarPlay and those technologies evolving in the car, we can even start collecting information about our driving, our travel, and how the automobile works, how your braking systems and all those concepts will work. Right now, we need an external device to connect to it to get those information and transfer to your cloud.